Well, hello everybody, and welcome to LA Dodger Report. Today's topic, the state of the Dodgers, and it's not a very good one. In a season that began with a broken sewer pipe stopping everything, last night the Dodgers experienced a broken closer, once again stopping everything. Kenley Jansen, the latest hope for the season, in a season where we've seen a lot of these latest hopes. Remember, Justin Turner was the hope. When he returns, the Dodgers will get things going. And then the trade deadline, Mario Machado and Dozier being hopes that would turn things around. None of those have really played out. Kenley Jansen was the latest hope in the sense that he would turn things around. Now, I'm not saying that, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that Justin Turner hasn't done well, and I'm not saying that Dozier hasn't done well, and so on. But I am saying that they were not the savior catalyst that the Dodgers were looking for. And the same thing happened with Kenley Jansen. He wasn't that either. He returned from the disabled list 2 tie games. He pitched in 2 innings, and he gave up 2 home runs to break the ties and end up being the game-losing home runs. Boy, Vin Scully never saw deuces wild like that. But you know, it's not all Kenley sharing the blame for this thing. The entire bullpen up and down the line pretty much shares the blame for the Dodgers being in the state that they're in now. 8 straight games now, the Dodgers bullpen has blown leads, lost games, 8 straight games in the 7th inning or later that they have either given up ties or just lost leads. What do you say? It just keeps getting worse. Look, at the beginning of August, the Dodgers were leading the National League West. They were on top of the division and things were looking pretty good. Now, the Dodgers sit 4.5 games back, out of first place, with that division lead starting to pull further away from them. And the wild card being a shot for the postseason, that wild card is really just evaporating as we speak. The Dodgers, in a season that has been all or nothing for them, find themselves once again in an all or nothing position. Win the division or it's nothing, because I just don't see these guys getting the wild card. Speaking of all for nothing, we talked about the bullpen. Now batting. These guys have been all for nothing, all or nothing, pretty much all season long. Yes, they mash a lot of home runs. They've hit 176 home runs over the season. But look at this. 121 of those have been solo home runs. Nobody's on base. They've had games where they've mashed and they've scored double-digit runs and won. But many, many times, those solo home runs were not enough to bring them the win. Nobody on this offense gets on base, it seems like. And when someone does manage to get on base, nobody brings them in. It's all or nothing with these Dodgers. They're leading the league in home runs, but they're 16th in the league with runners in scoring position. It seems like nobody does any kind of situational hitting, shortening up a stroke, getting a productive out with a man on third and one out or less. None of that. Everyone's swinging for the fences constantly. It's a home run happy team. Is this because of the batting coach? Are they not situational hitters, just advancing runners and bringing guys in? Is that because of Turner Ward? Is he trying to teach them and they're not listening? I don't know. But this front office favors a home run happy team. We know that. And they also cemented that vision when the trade deadline came around, and they insisted on bolstering the offense. They thought that the bullpen can survive with what it has because they figure these guys hit a ton of home runs. They bolstered the offense at the trade deadline and figured more home runs will compensate for a bullpen that gives up runs. Well, that little bet hasn't really been paying off, as a majority of the team is just all or nothing, and most of the time these days it's been nothing. Is there any hope? Is there any optimism? Yes. The hope and the optimism come from the starting pitching rotation. They've been excellent and really even improving as we've gotten to the tail end of the season. So there is cause for optimism there. Is it time to panic? No, but it certainly is time to be concerned, because starting pitching really is the only positive that we can point to. Now, where else is there cause for optimism? Well, the Dodgers have 7 games coming up against Arizona and a half dozen against Colorado. These are the teams that they've got to beat. And so this puts the Dodgers right in the driver's seat and in control of their own destiny. They're going head to head with the people that they're fighting with for the National League West division. Their destiny is in their hands, and it's up to them. They don't have to be scoreboard watching across the way while they're playing someone else and seeing how the other teams are doing. There's only one scoreboard that's going to be important, and that's the one that's right in front of them. So, optimism comes from, I believe in the talent on this team, and I believe that they can pull it together and make it to the playoffs. What remains to be seen is whether or not that optimism will be borne out with reality. That's the state of the Dodgers. This is LA Dodger Report. Talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next time.